And I'm gonna have a point of order and I'm gonna talk over you. This is gonna be one of those meetings y'all never seen before. You're not gonna disrespect people that have
You
things
interrupted
going
without
on.
knowing what I was going to say.
Okay.
Hi everyone, I'm Zach Greenberg from FIRE, the Foundation for Individual Rights and Expression, and today we're going to be looking at a video of Monique Owens, the mayor of Eastpointe, Michigan, a city on Detroit's northeastern border, at a city council meeting where on September 6th, the mayor cut off 3 speakers during the meeting's public comment period, which is blatantly unconstitutional and a clear First Amendment violation. So let's take a look what we have here and see what's happening.
It is now 7 p.m. I want to welcome everyone to our regular meeting. The hearing of the public is now open.
Good evening. It's been a while since I've been here because health tends to get in the way sometimes, but there's some things that need to be said, and they need to be said in person. I'm here in support of Councilman Curley.
Okay, you know what? I'm gonna stop you right there, or we're gonna stop the council meeting because I'm not gonna let you speak on something that has to do with police, with the
You don't
police
even know what I was
and.
going to say.
Mayor, you gotta let her
I have no
speak.
idea what I was going to say.
Well, I'm gonna let her speak, but I'm okay.
All right, so here we have the mayor interrupting one of the speakers, a constituent who comes to the meeting to talk about another councilman right here next to the mayor, and the mayor is immediately cutting her off and saying, you can't speak about this, we're not going to hear this, we can stop the meeting. This is blatantly unconstitutional, definitely a violation of the First Amendment. The First Amendment, of course, allows citizens to talk to their government, to criticize them, to have a wide array of viewpoints in all public measures and public people, such as the mayor in office right here. And it looks like this issue is regarding some sort of police matter with the mayor and with somebody else on the council. And the mayor, like you see, is not even letting this person get a couple words off here.
Hold on. You're gonna have order, but if you're speaking on something that has to do with something that has to do with a police report, we're gonna respect the people that's in that.
Point of order, Mr. Albright, regarding interruption of someone speaking in.
And I'm gonna have a point of order and I'm gonna talk over you. This is gonna be one of those meetings y'all never seen before. You're not gonna disrespect people that have
You
things
interrupted
going
without
on.
knowing what I was going to say.
Okay, well,
So a bit of a shouting match between the mayor and one of her constituents, which is always a great look for a politician. And they keep using this term point of order, which is a parliamentary rule, but really it's being used by the mayor to prevent this person from speaking. She keeps using this term disrespectful, this police report. Obviously, people have the right to say disrespectful, inappropriate, offensive speech. So the First Amendment protects the core tenet of the First Amendment, that you can say offensive, disrespectful things to your elected representatives.
I would like to have our city attorney give the opinion about people coming up and speaking at the hearing of the public, if you could do that.
city attorney.
Thank you, Madam Mayor, members of council. Members of the public have a right to address the city council, or they may speak individually about a member of the council as well.
But I also have my First Amendment right. And if you're saying something out of line as my First Amendment right, whether a mayor or not a mayor, I'm gonna speak.
And though I think I've met you a couple of times, Harvey, but I really don't know you. But I do know a lot of people that do know you. They have always admired you. They've respected you for all your years of community involvement, political service. I think it's ridiculous that you're now in this position of defending yourself against really what I consider to be outrageous claims.
You're not going to sit here and assault me, lady I never met. Don't call my name because I don't know what book you're reading and I don't care.
The mayor says that you're not gonna sit here and assault me, lady I've never met. And this is a far cry from what assault is. And this is just a person out there saying that another person on the council is a good person and that the accusations against this other person are unfounded.
At this time, if there is a police report out or something that you've seen, you let that person and that victim and that person who's fighting that deal with the courts. You don't use that platform to victimize a person that felt like it was assaulted or fearful of their life. You don't use that platform for that. Nobody will. No one. As long as I'm mayor, you don't use that platform to re-victimize anyone, whether it's a guy, woman, or anybody.
So this is it's a public comment meeting, right? The platform here is people going to the mayor and saying things about the mayor, the council, the government, the whole thing. And so for the mayor to say you can't use this platform to say bad things about me, that's not going to fly under the First Amendment.
That is not the place. Now, if someone wants to talk about what's going on in this city and not someone's personal business, the hearing of the public is now open.
Karen Moragian, Eastpointe resident. This is ridiculous. There's no reason for this. We have First Amendment rights. Part of our First Amendment right clearly states we have the right to redress our government without fear of reprisal or retaliation. If you can't take the criticism, you should not be mayor.
This is it. This is the core right here. I love this lady. Is if you cannot take the criticism, you should not be mayor.
Enough is enough.
This is a personal matter. It's not about criticizing. You can criticize my policy. You stop it.
Let the people talk.
You
are
stop it.
violating my First
And
Amendment.
you're violating my rights as a person that can
You
call the
need to know your
police
rights
and use the
yourself
police
with the
department for my rights. If someone chooses to call the
Do you
police,
not
that is their
understand
right.
the
You don't
charter?
victimize
Out
them
of
for that.
line. You are out.
You are out of line. You are out of line.
You're out of
Point of
line.
order. You are out of line.
Point of order. You are out of line.
So let me get the whole "you're out of line" montage here, which is, of course, classic way to argue. And it is a battle between a citizen and the mayor about who has the right to speak here. And the citizen's absolutely right. First Amendment protects your right to talk to the mayor, to criticize her, even be disrespectful. That is her right. And the mayor particularly responds the same way he responded to the first two people by trying to shut her down and talk over her.
You are out of line.
You are out of line. Now, do you want to stand there and talk about your cats and your dogs in the community, but you won't talk about
don't
me?
interfere
Okay.
with my free speech.
And you don't
I have the
interfere with
right
my
to
free speech.
criticize.
You don't.
So the mayor's phrasing this issue as a battle between rights, a conflict between her rights and the citizens' rights. And really, it's not a conflict here at all, because once again, free speech is on the side of the people, the private citizens. The government itself doesn't have the same rights here. They are not under the same. They're bound by the First Amendment to respect people's free speech rights, but really, it's the mayor's out of line. She needs to listen to what people are trying to say and give them a space to talk during this public comment period.
Don't get to, you got 1 minute.
Fear of reprisal or
What else do you want to talk
retaliation.
about?
Would you like the news crew to come out?
The news already comes out.
That's it. I guess we're done. Thank you very much for
Go
running
ahead.
this city.
We'll take a 10-minute recess.
Bye.
Okay.
So now, end of the video, people are leaving, no more quorum, meeting essentially over. This video could have gone a lot differently if she had a working knowledge of how the First Amendment worked. And I feel like the people in this video had pretty mild, perhaps constructive things to say to the mayor, but because of how contentious it was, because of how deficient her knowledge was of the First Amendment, it really derailed the entire meeting. And that is not how this whole thing is supposed to work.